I'm telling you, I was swindled and set up for this. Otherwise, there's no way I would do something this stupid. That's true. There's reason to that.
Pardon me. My name is Nozomi Takaguchi. I have an appointment.
Oh, it's you.
Mr. Yotsuya?
It was her. She's the one that set me up.
Huh? Nice to meet you. My name is Nozomi. I'm a 24-year-old new employee. I was really hoping to be in the sales department, but perhaps because of my plain appearance, I was pushed to the general affairs department. Right now, I'm pretty relaxed when I work. Look at her. She's slacking again.
Even though she's getting a salary, isn't she embarrassed?
If I have any concerns, perhaps it's that the work is too easy. My workload for the entire day, I can finish before the lunch break. I'm so bored at the office that I've ended up starting to clean the hallways in my free time. Well, I'm still receiving money for doing this, so I need to make sure I work enough to meet my salary.
Hey, Nozomi, if you're so bored, why don't you hurry up and leave?
Oh, there it is. My number one concern. That is the manager of the General Affairs Department, Mr. Yotsuya. This guy is the son of the president of the company or something, and enters the company through his personal connections at the same time as me. But for some reason, he's made me his enemy. No, there's 5 hours left in the workday, so I will stay.
Sheesh, if they're going to be paying someone like you a salary, they should just increase my salary instead.
Here we go again. Mr. Yotsuya's bullying.
But to be fair, I've never seen a Nozomi actually doing any work, so isn't it obvious if she gets confronted?
Good point. If I have a say, though, I think it's strange that everybody takes so much time to do such easy work. Oh, I know, maybe because everybody thinks I'm useless. They just give me the easy work to do. My colleagues at work think I am a slacker that doesn't actually do any work properly. I didn't want to be thought of like that. So I try to do my best, like helping out with work that's piled up, or at least cleaning out the trash cans. However, it's not very well received. But Mr. Yotsuya is pretty amazing.
Ever since he came here, all the overtime we used to work completely stopped, so working in this department has gotten a lot easier.
It's nice to have a brilliant manager. I'm happy to be on his team.
Although the fact that he's mean is the only catch.
Good point. Because Mr. Yotsuya and I entered the company at the same time, and he was good at his job, we were being compared. Thanks to this, I didn't feel like I fit in much at the workplace. But it's not like I was suffering that much either. Why is that, you ask? That's because...
Welcome home!
I'm home? You're back early today.
My meeting got canceled today, so I came home early and made dinner.
Yay! Thanks, Ryuichi. That's because I have my most beloved husband, Ryuichi. I've been dating Ryuichi since we were in high school, and when we both got full-time jobs, we got married. Right now, we're both working full-time and saving money. That is, for our baby that's about to be born.
Here you go, your favorite, mackerel stewed in miso.
Yay! I love mackerel stew in miso. Ryuichi works for a major company. He has to work overtime every day, and it seems tough. But on the rare occasion that he's able to come home early, he makes dinner for me. And that dinner is always so delicious. It makes me want to work harder, too. How's work? Steady?
Yeah, actually the skincare that I've been in charge of,
Yeah?
it's a huge hit.
That's amazing! What's it called?
It's called the MoniRobo oil.
Oh, really? That's such a cute name.
What about you?
What?
How's work? Steady?
Yeah, I guess you could say so. I feel like I'm not getting much out of it.
Oh, really? Let me guess, it's too easy for someone as brilliant as you? But if you're ever having a hard time, you can always talk to me about anything.
Thanks. Even if I'm not being acknowledged at work, Ryuichi always acknowledges my hard work, and that was more than enough for me. And also, our biggest happiness was about to come upon us. Ryuichi!
Is it true that we're going to have a baby?
Yeah.
Really? It's finally happening!
We did it. To our surprise, we discovered I was pregnant. Apparently, I'm already 3 months in. My stomach wasn't that big yet. When I thought about the fact that I was carrying a new life inside of me, I couldn't help but to smile.
I hope you give birth to a healthy baby.
Yeah. We were at the peak of our happiness. However, it seemed that there were some people who found that irritating.
Excuse me? You got pregnant and your morning sickness is difficult?
Yes, sir.
This is exactly why women are useless. You blame your uselessness on a baby.
But I finished my quota for the day already.
So what? Can't you tell that everybody around you is working really hard? If you don't do your job properly too, it's going to trouble us.
Like I said, I've already finished mine.
If you finish your work, then you find other tasks that aren't finished yet. That's normal. This is exactly why you're useless.
You say that, sir, but what are you doing right now?
Me? You and I are on different levels, so I have other things I need to do.
But you've been cracking up at your desk this whole time. I've been watching you and I can't help but think you weren't doing any work.
What, are you trying to call me out? Do you know who I am? I'm the son of the vice president.
And what does that have to do with anything?
I'm saying that I can easily get you fired. Anyway, whatever, just get back to work.
As usual, he is really harsh towards Nosumi only.
But she's pregnant, isn't she? That was pretty awful, wasn't it?
But whether she's pregnant or not, useless is still useless. She just has more excuses now.
Are you sure you haven't started getting poisoned by Mr. Yotsuya lately?
You should say, then I'm just following in the footsteps of someone who's actually good at their job.
Well, that's fine. Anyway, finish up that task before the lunch break.
Oh no, we have barely any time left.
At the workplace, and especially from Mr. Yotsuya, people were really harsh towards me. Did I do something wrong? But I can't think of anything I did to offend him. Oh, if it's a lunch break, it means that it's almost time for that thing. Well, this is what work is like. So when I was about to take my maternity leave suddenly...
Yeah, maternity leave. You know what? You don't need to come back anyway.
You don't have to say it like that, sir.
Who do you think you're talking back to? Do you want the leave or do you not want it?
Well, yes, I do want to take my leave.
Must be nice to be a girl. If you just say that you're gonna have a baby, you get to take leave. I also want to take days off work.
What about the handover?
You're telling me that someone like you who doesn't do any work has anything to hand over?
No, well, if you don't care, then it's fine.
Ugh, who does she think she is?
Oh, come on, don't say that. She is pregnant after all.
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to be single forever.
I didn't take it that far.
She probably just wants to announce to everybody that she's pregnant and wants everybody to give her attention, even though she's so useless.
Well, she might not be that good at a job, but that has nothing to do with the baby.
What? Are you telling me you're taking her side?
Come on, I didn't take it that far.
Well, this was the current situation, and I was feeling bothered as I went into my maternity break. I wonder if those people are going to be okay without me.
How are you feeling?
I don't know, but I was just so sleepy. Also, I feel like I'm constantly seasick or something.
Wow, that must be rough. Here, a cold spinach salad. I heard that it's full of nutrients that are necessary for a pregnant woman.
I don't really like vegetables though.
Well, you need to eat. Your morning sickness is only going to start getting worse, so before you're unable to eat anything, you should eat what you can now and get the nutrients.
Yes, sir.
After you give birth, are you gonna go back to work?
But that's what I was originally planning, but apparently they seem to be fine without me. So I was actually thinking about quitting.
What? What kind of a workplace is it that you're not needed?
I always finish my work really quickly, and when I try to find other things to do and help out, they tell me that I'm slacking on my work. So, I'm over it.
They say things like that to you, Nozomi? I can't believe it. You should quit that job and come work with us.
What? But it's a little bit embarrassing to work in the same place as my husband.
But it's more of a waste for your brilliance to be drowned out like that.
It does make me happy for you to say it like that, but I was starting to think that I didn't need to work anymore. After this time, we had saved up quite a lot, and it seems like Ryuichi's work was pretty steady too. And I was thinking that I didn't need to force myself to work. It's a healthy baby boy.
Nozomi, you did a great job.
Come on, don't cry like a baby. We gave birth to our long-awaited first child without any problems. I can resign after this, and once my hands aren't full with my child, maybe I can start working again somewhere. And then, that's what I was thinking. But then... Yes? Hello, this is Nosumi.
Nosumi, when is your maternity leave over?
What? What do you mean, when is it over? I was actually not planning on coming back.
Please, I'll apologize for everything until now, but we need you to come back as soon as possible.
If we don't finish the task in the next hour, we have to work overtime.
I know that! Actually, ever since you left Nosumi, our department has been a disaster.
Excuse me? What my colleagues proceeded to tell me was a shocking truth. After I stopped coming into the office on maternity leave, little by little their overtime started to increase. If that was all, then it was within an understandable limit. But then, when the file for all the projects started to become disorganized, that was when the situation changed.
How am I supposed to fix this?
How should I know that? Mr. Yotsuya, please do something about it. Obviously, there's no way I would know anything about that. You guys figure it out yourselves. No way!
As it turns out, Mr. Yotsuya was pretending like he was good at his job, when in reality, he was doing nothing at all. Day by day, the workload started to feel harder until somebody thought it was strange. When they looked into the update history of the file, they found my name all over it. Oh, right, that file. If you input the numbers by hand, it gets messed up.
Ever since then, we're having to calculate everything by hand. My fingers are reaching their limit.
Whenever there's a bug with that file, you have to. During my maternity leave, I was planning on relaxing at home in bed, but by the time I realized it, I was stuck having to give orders to my workplace from home.
I'm sorry. When you're going through a hard time, thank you so much. We really need you in our department. You have to come back.
Yeah, it's fine. Sure. And so, that's how it was decided that I would return to my workplace. Good morning.
Morning. How's your baby?
Things have calmed down quite a bit, so right now he's with the babysitter. Maybe after a little bit more time, he'll be able to bring him here with me.
I'm sorry that we rushed your return to the office.
It's fine. Because you were all troubled, right?
Exactly. Because that manager doesn't work at all.
Thanks to that, we have been suffering. Oh, speak of the devil. What's going on here? All of you lined up. Oh, look, it's the useless one, even though you really didn't need to come back.
I only came back because I was asked to come back.
Who on earth would ask someone as useless as you to come back?
What's going on here?
That guy would always go home on time, even if he wasn't finished with his work. So he doesn't know the situation at all.
Even if we tried to warn him, he just says he's the vice president's son and throws a tantrum. As a normal employee here, we can't fight against him. Stop muttering over there and hurry up and get to work. Working overtime is proof of being useless.
That bastard! Look who's talking!
We can just leave that guy. More importantly, tell me all of the problems that are happening right now.
Yeah, well, first of all,
And so, as soon as I made my return to the office, I quickly fixed the files that were messed up and the tasks that were piled up. And within that day, I solved all of the existing problems.
You're amazing. We had that much work piled up and you cleaned it all up in one day.
Wait a minute, is the reason why you were roaming around in the afternoons?
It's because I finished my quota, so I was looking for work to do. But I was finished with that quickly too, so...
You're a genius!
As a result, for some reason, my colleagues in the same department started to compliment me and praise me. Even though I was just working like I always have until now.
That reminds me, listen to this, Nozomi.
What?
I had a business meeting today, but the client that I dealt with was such an arrogant person.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started saying that there was no way they would be able to sell a product with such a ridiculous name.
Wow, I didn't know people that awful existed.
I also got irritated, and I told him that we're never going to do business with his company ever again, and I cut off all ties.
Oh dear, are you sure it's okay for you to say that to a client?
Even my senior colleague that was with me said he understood.
It must have been really bad. I guess there are strange people in this world.
Well then, tomorrow's another early start. Let's get to sleep.
It's a huge help that Mom is looking after Kosuke right now.
It is hard to raise a child when we're both working full-time. Next weekend we'll be able to go see them.
Yeah, I can't wait. My husband and I were both so busy that we simply didn't have enough hands to raise a child. At that time, my mom said that she would help us raise him in our place for now. I felt bad for leaving him with her in the most difficult period, but thanks to her, it's really saving us. 1 week later...
Hey, Miss Nozomi, have you heard about that rumor?
What rumor?
The rumor about you, don't you know?
On that day, as usual, I had finished my work and I was roaming about, when one of my colleagues brought a strange conversation to me.
The rumor is that you're getting in the way of other people's work and purposely delaying them.
What is that? You know that I would never do anything to hinder the business like that.
Well, yeah, we know you, so we know that you would never do something like that, but...
The people in the other departments were saying it.
Other departments?
Apparently, this rumor has been spreading all throughout the company. Although, every time I hear it, I tell them that they're wrong and I deny it.
If we don't track down the person spreading the rumors, it might turn into a bad situation.
But who would do such a thing?
Hey, you guys, when are you actually gonna do some work?
Mr. Yotsuya!
Oh, wow, if it isn't the biggest slacker of all, Nozomi over there. Are you messing around again after receiving a salary?
I've already finished all of my work for today, though.
Is that the truth? Or have you just dumped it onto somebody else so you could relax? I heard the rumors, you know, one that's very fitting for someone who's useless like you.
Hey, Mr. Yotsuya, please don't believe such a rumor that has no grounds or truth to it.
Do you know what happens when you talk back to me? Huh? Are you a big slacker too? Hmm?
With all due respect, what are you doing right now?
Me?
Ever since I've gotten back to work, I've been watching you, but all you do is watch videos online and laugh at your desk all day. And you're not doing any work at all. So who's the one that's slacking?
What did you just say?
If you're angry about it, then show us your results.
You better not get carried away. If I tell the CEO about someone like you, you'll be gone instantly.
Go ahead, why don't you do as you wish?
You said it. You said it. You're gonna regret those words.
This is bad, Nozomi. Why did you pick a fight with him?
That's right. Even if that's what he's like, he has the connection, so you'll really get fired.
Well, I wasn't planning on returning in the first place, so I don't care either way.
But if you leave us, we're going to have too much work that will collapse.
This department is only able to function thanks to you, Miss Nozomi. If you're not here, it'll be bad.
Is that so?
In this case...
In this case?
research who is starting these ridiculous rumors.
What?
That's a good idea.
What?
Now that that's decided, what do we need to do?
Oh dear, in times like this we have to.
Yeah.
Why don't we start by asking around for information? And so, in order to find the source of this strange rumor, the three of us started asking around throughout the company. However, the answer that we were looking for came out very quickly. What? Mr. Yotsuya did?
That's right. Apparently, that guy's been going out of his way to the other departments just to spread bad rumors about you, Nosumi.
I also heard from my friend in the sales department that he's always complaining about you to the director.
Well, I didn't hear anything about that on my end.
Well, of course not. I don't think anybody would be able to tell the person the rumor is about who was saying it about them.
That's true.
But that's strange. Why does he insist on taking you down that far?
Oh, that reminds me, this is a different rumor, but I did hear a strange rumor.
What? What is it?
I heard that Mr. Yotsuya made a huge mistake at a really important sales meeting.
What? But the guy is in general affairs. Why was he at a sales meeting?
About that, apparently he started saying that because he's the vice president's son, he should be there and forced his way in.
What normal person would do that?
Not only that, but apparently he made the mistake at a really important business meeting for a product. And because of that, the company is definitely going to be in a deficit.
That's so bad. Way too bad.
Oh, that reminds me.
What?
I have a senior from college that's known Mr. Yotsuya for a long time, and apparently he has the habit of blaming other people for the mistakes that he made.
Interesting.
And not only that, but like a truly terrible person, he tries to bring down the reputation of the person that he blames it on as far as possible. And then he tries to make everybody else his ally and puts on a whole act.
What is that? That's evil.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Maybe he's trying to blame his mistake on me.
That's right, and he's trying to bring down your reputation in the company so that everybody wouldn't be surprised if you made a big mistake like that.
Isn't that ridiculous? If he gets away with making it Nosumi's fault, and the worst case scenario, she'll be fired.
But there's no way I can change my reputation by myself.
We're gonna do something about it.
That's right. We're gonna try to fix this.
What?
You've saved us a lot until now. This is the very least that we can do. Let us. I promise we'll do something about it and show ya.
I also said some terrible things to you, even if it may not have been as much as Mr. Yotsuya. So this time, it's our turn to give back to you.
Both of you.
We're gonna gather the evidence and take it to the CEO to get justice. That you didn't do anything wrong, Natsumi.
And then 1 week later, when the three of us headed towards the CEO's office, standing there already was Mr. Yotsuya.
I'm telling you, I was swindled and set up for this. Otherwise, there's no way I would do something this stupid. That's true. There's reason to that.
Pardon me. My name is Nozomi Takiguchi. I have an appointment.
Oh, it's you.
Mr. Yotsuya?
It was her. She's the one that set me up.
Huh?
Don't try to act dumb. Before an important meeting, you're the one that came out to me and told me that there was no way that a product like that would ever sell, and told me to go against it.
I have never once gone over to speak to you myself, though.
Don't talk back to me. I am the vice president's... Miss Nozomi Takiguchi, go ahead and tell me. Sir? Nozomi, go ahead.
I don't know a single thing about what Mr. Yotsuya is saying. There's no truth to it.
Don't act dumb, because there's somebody useless like you.
I think we need you to erase that word useless.
What did you say? Sir, Mr. Yotsuya has been spreading false rumors about Nozomi intentionally in order to lower her reputation. Interesting. Sir, that's not true. I would never... As proof of that, we collected a petition. Petition?
All the rumors that I heard about Notsumi from Mr. Takiguchi were a lie, and Natsumi Takiguchi is brilliant and a valuable employee on this petition. People from the General Affairs Department as well as those other departments, more than 100 people have signed it for us.
When Miss Nozomi was finished with her own work in the General First Department, she was helping out in the other departments, and that's why we were able to collect this many signatures.
Mr. Yotsuya, you were trying to make me take the fall for your mistake.
No, that's not it. I didn't do that. Nozomi?
Yes. What is it, sir?
Actually, you didn't need to do that. I had already gotten a grasp of your abilities.
What?
When it came to your work ethic, I had heard from departments other than the General Affairs Department, and I thought it was strange that the department where you were working, General Affairs, was the only place I didn't hear anything from. And it turns out that Yotsuya was trying to take all of your accomplishments as his own.
No way!
Wait a minute. Please, sir, are you really going to believe the words of someone that useless? I am the son of the vice president. And I had the vice president sent off to the suburbs. What? I had him pay for the mistake made by his son that he got into this company due to his nepotism. No way! The deciding factor was the business meeting the other day. Do you understand how much profit we could have made if we had succeeded in that business meeting? But that product is such a joke, there's no way! Your idiotic preconception has completely messed up our fate! Because a product with such an idiotic name like MoniRobo oil, who would ever think that that would sell?
What?
What's the matter?
That product is the product that my husband is in charge of.
What? What?
If I ask him, there may be some flexibility that he may be able to show us.
Please, that product just launched and already has an explosive record of sales. Please, we would love to handle it in our company. Sir, please don't believe the lies coming out of such a useless woman. Shut up! You're fired! Get out! No way! Nozomi, would it be possible to ask you to contact your husband straight away?
Yes, sir. And so, this strange commotion finally came to an end. Not only did Mr. Yotsuya anger the CEO, nobody in the company liked him anymore, and he resigned. According to the rumors, because of his arrogant attitude, he wasn't able to get a job anywhere. And I heard he started working as security on the overnight shift. On the other hand, as for me, well then, the contract will be confirmed. Thank you very much. I was finally able to be transferred to my dream department in sales. Trying to succeed in both my job and raising my child is pretty hard, but with the support of everybody around me, I'm getting by. Hello?
Oh, Nozomi? Do you want to go out for drinks tonight? I think I'll be able to finish work early for the first time in a while.
Nice. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, come on, please. Please come back to the General Affairs Department, Nozomi.
There's no way I can do that. This is the department of my dreams. This is a company that I thought about quitting, but right now I feel a lot of reward in my work, and I'm glad that I didn't get carried away and quit back then.